What's going on? What's going on? Come on in. Wait for a couple people to come in, hopefully. What we got? We got Vic, JB, my people. What is going on? Bear with me, bear with me. Doing my sound check and such. My guys, my guys. All right, we sound good. I'm trying to find the little script I made. I got one on my phone. I put it on a computer. Of course, you save something and it's fucking worthless because you can't find it when you need it. I remember some of it, so I say, what up, motherfuckers? I go by Murph the Kenzo. I go by Murph the Kenzo, and this is a 5 minutes late Murph at 4:20. We usually do about 40 minutes of critical thinking in a dumbass fucking world. We have a online chat experience that is probably the closest you can get to the AOL chat rooms from back in the day. Everybody, what's going on? Welcome in. Vicky, how we do? Mandy, what's going on? Dorota, how you doing? Like I said, 40 minutes of critical thinking, talking about things that are going on in the real world, things we want to talk about. Shit's rare these days. But if you haven't already, subscribe, ring the bell. That way you get notified as soon as we go live. You can get yourself right up into the group chat here. Start conversing. Like I said, this is kind of the only thing we have close to an AOL chat room for those of us that are old enough to remember, of course. And with that being said, we're starting off here, episode 006, Legal Bud in Pennsylvania. I'll smoke to that. What is up, Vic 3, B Real JB, J Bizzle, Mandy, Dorota? What is going on, my people? I seen that our boy Quinn went live at the same time. I tried to notify him that I was getting ready to go. I hate when we step on each other's toes because we support each other so much. Hopefully he's seen that message. So what's going on with everybody? If you bear with me for a minute, let me get myself twisted up here. Get my mind right. Got the burgers cooking. Glad to see a lot of the same faces in here. Let me see if I can work a little magic. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on. All right. I forgot you got to do this shit on a computer. Bang. Ernesto, what's going on, bro? I hope you're doing good. Honda Mommy, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, everybody. I see the usual suspects. We just made it through our intro, a short version because I sure as fuck can't find it. But I'm just about twisted, and we can get ourselves going with our enlightening conversations. Critical thinking in a dumb fucking world. Can I get a hallelujah? Amen, Jeebus. Jesus. Oh no, I said Jeebus. Honda Mommy, I know I did the live the other day after Chadwick Boseman passed. That was kind of just because it was a Friday night thing. And I'm doing this today because I kind of felt the same way. Is the lighting good? Sound good? Give me my thumbs up if we're all good, audio and visual. But yeah, I realized I haven't been on. That's kind of what I wanted to shave, and time got away from me. I got the burgers in the oven. I figured we could come in and have our little 40 minutes of enlightening conversations. Good group of fucking people. We've got a great community here. I think it's one of the best, even though we're still small. Everyone supports each other. And Ernesto, I'm glad to hear it, my guy. I'm real glad to hear it. Dorota, agreed. Proud of him. JB says, Murph don't play. He pick up the crumb. Look, this shit costs too much, bro. We talking about $10 a gram. What do you think a 0.1 is? That's $1. I ain't letting no dollar fall on the floor. Sometimes I do. I know. I seen Quinn just went on right now. I'm like, bro, I'm about to go on. I hope he's seen it, but I'm not sure. I did see he was live, but that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, yo, I've been slacking a little bit. Frank was on the other day. I was on Frank's and I said I was going to go on. I think it was Wednesday. And the day literally just got away from me. You know, I love coming in here and talking to y'all, keeping the our chat room going with your hostess with the mostest, T. Dot motherfucking Murph. Facts, Ernesto, we are proud of you, bro. Keep fucking fighting, keep kicking ass, bro. It ain't easy, like, and anybody who thinks it is, don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But let's get down to the meat and potatoes of why we're here, folks. Governor Tom Wolf has proposed legislation that would legalize marijuana recreationally for any adult over the age of 21. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm very pro on this. If you want to know why, I can go into it. You know, some of the things that I see the benefits outweighing the cons. Anybody that's against, I'm always up for a healthy debate. We all know that. Murph loves to argue like a bitch. But again, I'll wait a minute to see how you guys reflect on it. But give me a 420. You already know how we roll. But give me a 420 in the chat if you think legalization is a good idea. Vic, hi to Bobby. Okay. I like that. I like that. Let's get them up on the screen. We got 9 people in the chat. We got 5 likes. If you haven't already, please like the video. Likes get the video out to more people, and we could grow our community. Growing this community into something big, the bigger the better, and keeping it special. But definitely, please like the video, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you get notified as soon as we go live, and you can make sure you're in this chat all the time. Dorota, we salute people like you. And somebody that doesn't smoke and sees the cons, I always salute. Because it's like, it's hard for anyone to take you serious when you smoke. And you're like, oh, it should be. But it's not. I'm going to smoke either way. You can keep it illegal. I'm still smoking. But the pros outweigh the cons for people that understand the game. Thank you, Hana Mommy. Smash that like button. We got 8 likes, 9 people. We there. Like, my beautiful family, my beautiful community. I fuck with all y'all. But you got to understand the benefits. Medicinally, if I could smoke this and not pop a pill, which could lead to further heroin use down the road, which is how a lot of people, let's be fucking honest here, most people that are hooked, that's kind of the trail a lot of us went down. Start popping pills, they don't work. You move to higher pills, they didn't work. And then you move the heroin from there. If we could take your pain away with something here, that's a benefit in itself to me. We're not even talking about the money that can roll into a city, a state, and not to mention exonerating people in prison that are, we got a lot of people in prison for very small amounts of weed. And you hear me say all the time, if you're here, you'd hear me say that I think it's both sides that need working on. There's so much contradictory things. People are doing more time for a few pounds of weed than a guy like Brock Turner got for rape. And there's obviously a problem there. You shouldn't get 6 months for rape and life for weed. Some states will give you life. It's scary. Mandy says, same here, Dorota. So we got a couple people in here that just, hey, I don't smoke no more, but I get it. Exactly. Honda Mommy the same. Luann Baker coming in with a Ford Dub. Dorota, yeah, and that's the funny part. And I'm on 6ABC, that's kind of where I seen it. And I'm in the comments, and it was funny because as divided as people are on Black Lives Matter or the protests and things of that nature, it seemed like a lot of people were together on this. You just had a few people still, and it's like, hon, you were mistaught. I don't blame you. You know, the war on drugs it's so complex. There was, Nixon's secretary came out years later and said that it was to change the public opinion on hippies and blacks and Mexicans. And when you hear things like that, and then you see it's a huge fucking failure. Let's be honest. How much money has this country wasted just because of a failed program? I mean, is drug use even something we should worry about? If it affects society or the community, by all means. If you're doing drugs and you're running around naked and trying to kill people, of course. But if you're in your own home, is it the government's job to worry about what I put in my body? Some might say yes, some might say no. I just think, I think that people forget America's built on this independence, free of a government. People, forgot about that along the way. We won't get too far into that. We don't have our aluminum hats on today. But like I said, it just comes down to one. Why do you care about and then people, we got to save the children. We got to, this is going to make this happen and that happen. People are smoking already. Why isn't it happening now? Like, that's what cracks me up. Like, people act like that matter. Like, that them legalizing it or not, the people who smoke are going to stop. No. So, like, it's just, and the Honda mommies, I'm trying to, yep, it's right there. Perfect. Exactly my point. I have a theory here. Tell me what you think. If you think it's a sound theory, you give me my ones. If you disagree, you give me my twos. But we treat, as a society, as DARE systems, they've treated pot like it's Schedule 1. It's as bad as heroin or cocaine. People who smoke know that's bullshit. So, okay. But I mean, I think that would need to be changed, even if we don't go fully legal, that it doesn't need to be Schedule 1. But here's a theory of mine I have. If we tell our kids, or our parents told us, weed is bad, it's the baddest of the bad, it's a gateway drug. So then when I try it, it's not everything you made it out to be. I know you lied to me, essentially, as a kid. Now, wouldn't I think that about other drugs as well? Wouldn't I say, yeah, they say heroin's bad, but they lied to me about that? Like, I kind of feel like that's a little bit of a sound theory there, that if we're basically lying to these kids and they're finding that shit out, and then they don't trust us on anything else after that. I mean, I could see people from my communities, they didn't fall for that shit, basically, and it led one thing to another. You got to remember, everybody's got a different outlook on life, a different path. You got to try to see things from everybody's perspective. Empathy is something that's lacking in 2020. I mean, somebody drove a car in the protesters at Times Square last night, and I see people trying to justify that, and I'm like, no matter what someone's doing, running people over is never the right thing to do. But I feel like the world, man, we're in a weird place right now where empathy and sympathy are kind of gone. The community's kind of gone, the household. When we were kids, you had a cop walking up and down your block. He knew your parents. He knew your grandparents. That we lost that in the community. There was that disconnect with the police there that started. I tell people the song F the Police. I mean, fuck, yeah, F, like I'm on Facebook. Fuck the Police came out in 1992. And we're still dealing with the same shit. Rodney King, 92, and we're still dealing. So, I mean, I feel like we need change there for sure. But let me try to get into some of the points I'm seeing in the chat. Vic says, privatized prisons need work. So a lot of people with weed charges are serving time for no reason other than being another body on the assembly line. It's the new age slave labor. Vic, I 100% agree. There's an awesome documentary on Netflix called 13 or the 13th. I might be wrong, but something around that. And it's about the 13th Amendment, how they kind of molded it that the new slavery is the prison system. Explains it easier than I ever could, but Mandy, thank you. Facts. Pills is a gateway drug. Doctors are quick to give it. You know what's funny is I kind of seen it because I sold pills since like 2000. That was kind of my thing. I sold them. I took them a little. You know, it was in the neighborhood I was in. It was kind of the moneymaker. So it's like from 99 to like 2007, they were giving anything to anybody. They were throwing Oxy 120 Oxy 80s at people. People, they only need it one a day. You were giving them 5 a day, so they were selling them. It fueled the market. Kids started taking perk 5s. They don't work. 30s, they don't work. 80s, they don't work. And then they're right to the heroin. It's the things. There's a lot of shit that needs to be fixed here. We need to fix the home, because why are so many people hurt that they're going down those roads? Trauma is the gateway drug, like trauma through your life. You don't run into a lot of people that are in these situations that didn't have crazy shit happen in their life. Some kind of pain, mentally, physically, emotionally. So we need healing there. We need healing in the community, the household, the race issue. It's coming to a head. Things are getting fucking crazy. And we are feeling it. We're feeling what's been building for 50, 60 plus years. We're there now and we're feeling it. Vic says, tobacco companies had a campaign to ban weed since it was better than smoking tobacco. They knew if companies sold weed like they did cigarettes, those companies would have been out of business. Yeah, but Vic, it's deeper than tobacco. It's the paper companies. Charles Hirsch, who started the smear campaign against cannabis in the 30s, he produced Reefer Madness. If you've ever smoked pot and you've ever seen that movie, it's fucking a joke. It's so hilarious. People believe this. But go weed. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, you had the paper company. You got to understand, this one plant can change so much. With the things you can do with hemp. I mean, even the forefathers were saying we should be growing it on our land. You know what I mean? Because you can make paper and rope, and nowadays they can essentially build an entire car from it. Jet, what's going on? Welcome to Murph at 420. 40 minutes of critical thinking in a dumb fucking world. Eagle season, what's up? That's so good. This is what I love. Honda Mommy shouting out, Jet, Mandy. Like, we all know each other from all these other places, and we always show love to each other and shout each other out when we come to these places. Vic says, yep, all this from a movie. Yeah, but it's all set up, bro. I mean, even pushing the name marijuana, I heard, was because it sounded Mexican. It made the white community link it to being a Mexican drug. You know, think of it. Back in the day, they said it was only for the black jazz singers. You know what I mean? When there was obviously a white community, there were white women, housewives smoking it. You got to understand, they brought in 1,500 Nazi scientists, bro. They know propaganda and mind shit better than. I don't even want to talk about it. I'd rather you learn your own. Operation Paperclip. If you're interested, take a gander. I had a spinal fusion in 2002. They send me home with 600 oxycodones. No education, how addictive they truly are, nor anything about the withdrawal experience. And I know I didn't finish my point Honda Mommy had made earlier, but these doctors from like 99 to 2007 were just giving these fucking things away like candy to anybody. Oh, you freaking got a hang now? Here you go. And then all of a sudden they cut it off. So people started turning, and now look where we're at. We're in the middle. I mean, if you don't see that, if the heroin epidemic isn't touching your community, you're probably one of the last ones left. Let's be honest. EK, awesome in the house. You see, I checked out your videos earlier, bro. I always show support to the real ones. You already know. Oh. You're good, bro. We're only about halfway through the show. Murph at 420, episode 006. Today we're discussing recreational marijuana use in Pennsylvania proposed by the governor. Everybody talk amongst yourselves for 1 minute. I got to check on these burgers. Ooh, beefy. So beefy. Oh, yeah. And we're back. La Cucaracha was the first song about weed. Yeah, Vic, it's funny. What you said just made me think. I always said, if you ever heard the song "Time of the Season," do do do, do do do, it's the time of the season. You ever heard that, John? I say it's the first rap song because the second verse he says, "What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me?" So you saying Cucaracha just made me think of that. Honda Mommy, great question. How is everybody in the live chat? We have, let's see, we have 10 watching. We got 10 likes. That's my beautiful community of great-minded, like-minded people. Stimulating conversations, actual critical thinking without any hate or bias. What is that in 2020? That's preposterous. EK's a good guy, man. He was definitely one of my my earlier supporters on the. He's been here before even lives, before we even were going live. EK is also. That was cheesy as fuck. Let's see what we got popping. The Boys season 2 must have dropped. Fuck you shrugging your shoulders at. Yeah, we can watch it. We got the bootleg site. They changed it. They fixed it. They fixed it. Fixed it. All right, folks. Now I'm very lost today. My mind is Does anybody in here still go on the dreaded thing known as Facebook? Let me ask that question. Let's see where everybody's at. EK, you know I got you, bro. Real supporter. You're a real one. Why wouldn't I? I appreciate you see all the wrenches in this goddamn chat right now. You see all the real ones in here. Real ones, day ones. Hey. If you enjoy the content you're seeing, the conversations, excuse me, if you enjoy the conversations you're seeing here, please make sure you like the video, hit subscribe. Next to the subscribe button is the bell. If you want all notifications, click the bell, click all. You'll be notified as soon as I go live. You could have custom, which would mean they'll pretty much tell you when they'll send them, or you could get none, and then you would personally have to search for the page to see the videos, join in on the conversations. But like I said, we're trying to build a community from the ground up here. Great, like-minded individuals. The world's a fucked up place right now. We want to come somewhere where we can laugh, maybe think a little bit, get our emotions out as a community, think through things, try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with people. Honda Mommy says she only uses Snapchat. Once I started learning higher screams because of your comment. Yeah, I heard you do the guttural. I can never go the low. I could get it up, but it's so funny learning how to like do those screams. I couldn't get a high pitched regular voice for a long time, and now I can. I'm trying to wean off my Facebook. I use everything. I'm going to start using Instagram a little more than Facebook because Facebook is a fucking mess. I don't know if you've been over there. It's fucking horrible over there. Chuck, no one tells me when to stop smoking, Reggie, you son of a bitch. Be more Philly, best not reporting on the Eagles, my brother. I use Facebook and Instagram, but primarily Facebook. Exactly, Dorota. That's kind of where I am. Like, I built a group over there, and it got big in a short amount of time. But I'm kind of like, I don't even want to be involved with it anymore. Every time I go on Facebook, I'm arguing with someone I know in real life or some complete fucking stranger on like a news page's comment section. Like, what am I doing with my life? Facebook, it's just, I mean, at least on Twitter, everybody knows it's already political, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, people on fucking Facebook are just, ugh. Ernesto, I appreciate the support. Like I said, if you, the way to support for free, like the video. You could share the video, tell your friends, yo, come look at this stupid motherfucker, point fingers and laugh. But you subscribe, you ring the bell. That's your free support. You want to support the page financially, you have a couple extra bucks. It's $ Murph the Kenzo, same, on Cash App. But like I said, you want to support, there's a free way. You have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. You follow and keep up with everything, and I'll try to keep you guys entertained without stabbing you in the back like some of these creators do. They kind of fuck themselves over with their fan base. I try to keep everything very transparent. Any of my offenses, I probably lived and died for 10 times already, so be good. Paul 44, what up, bro? Always showing love. I don't mind you're late, bro. 26 minutes, we good. I don't mind people being late. You come in and show your love, like, I know who shows the support, because they're all in here. Yes, I was just talking to someone. We live in such a smaller world, but we get to know people from over the world at the same time. Jet, for sure. I mean, the world gets smaller by the day. That's not a lie. When I was a kid, information took, someone had to call you on the phone, or you had to watch the news. That was it. Or the newspaper, but you needed the news. Today, you can get it. We can know about something happening in Bangkok as soon as it's happening. You know what I'm saying? People could go right on Twitter and be like, oh shit, last night people were on that bullshit in Times Square. Instantly, there was videos, people had the license plates up. That's the advantage of us all having a fucking mini camera in our pocket. Did you ever see the meme that said all the things we would need it back in the day to equal our phones now? And it was like a camera, a phone, a calculator, a calendar, a planner. It's crazy what this little fucking box can do. I'm talking to 12 people all over the country and world. Crazy when you really sit back and think about it. Chuck, I'm not really confrontational. I'm just kind of, I said people, well, my buddy's wife said that I was a see something, say something kind of person, and I kind of agree with that. I can't just sit there and be quiet when I see like ignorance and hate. EK said, ring that bell, baby. Karate chop that like button, guys. My comment was to explain why you can be on Facebook. Yeah, it's like I said, Twitter, I mean, there's way less assholes. Let's be honest. Most of the assholes are on Facebook. I'll just put it like that. Most of the fucking dickheads who want to put some, crossing guard nearly gets hit by a car. Oh, it's a Democrat's fault. Like, get a fucking life, you dork. Twitter has a lot less of it, I said. Nah. Twitter has a happy little medium lane you can hit where you don't have to ever deal with a far left or far right weirdo. You can cruise right down the middle. Chris, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome in. Murph at 420. We discussed a little bit about the Governor Wolf of Pennsylvania proposing recreational marijuana use for adults over 21. Some of the pros and cons. I'm pro, naturally, but for medical uses too. I mean, I've seen amazing things through just CBD oil. So right now we're just kind of in the comments and bouncing back and forth with the great community that we have here. And good to see you tuning in with us, brother. Thank you, Jet. That's all I aim for. If I can make you giggle once during this fucking 40 minutes, then I'm happy. We're good. I only have people that I know on Facebook. I use Facebook because it helps me stay connected. Dorota, I used to use Facebook for that reason, for sure. There goes that whistle. But hold on. Quinn's going live. We only got 5 minutes left, so that's what it used to be for me. But I gotta say, in the last few years, it's changed. Even when I made the meme page, I could make a partially like, what do you call it? It would be a race joke, but it wouldn't be like the super offensive one. It's 2 years ago we'd laugh. Now I'd be like, fuck you, not right. You know, I'm arguing with people now. Like, this isn't the time to be sharing like race stuff or just weird shit. Like, people are too upset, angry. There's so many feelings going around. That's just not the right, read the fucking room, bye. Facebook is all about, well, I'm going to have a shit now. Well, I don't need to know. Yeah, it is. It's people are like, well, I'm walking to the store. Oops, forgot to tie my shoe. It's the wonder drug that humanity thinks. Honda, Mom, you couldn't have said it any better. Yeah, that's what Snapchat is, just pictures. So, I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense that it's not as stressful. You have short videos, pictures. Other than that, you keep it moving. But let's see here. With all that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Murph at 420, episode 006. Legal bud in PA? Question mark, exclamation point. Follow Murph the Kenzo on all platforms: Facebook, not for long, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. Ring that bell, like that video, share with friends. Why am I rhyming? Yeah, that J got me crispy as shit. Great to see my fucking people in here. Well, thank you for tuning in to Murph at 420, episode 006, where we have critical thinking in a dumb fucking world. If you haven't already, a couple people in here are also content creators. Give them a check. You're going through here, just click on their name. Sometimes you can go right to their channel and see their page. But final thought for today is stop. But one person at a time can stop the hate. There's so much out there right now. Let's try to all connect as much as we can. Be nice. I know it's kind of similar to the last final thought from the other night. But life's fucking short, man. People are running people over for crossing the fucking street just because they're protesting. Like, you have a right as an American to protest. That part should always be sacred. With that being said, I hope everyone enjoys their Labor Day weekend. I might have another live pop up this weekend, or possibly some other content in some way. Like, subscribe, send $50 to Murph the Kenzo on Cash App right now. You'll never see your family again. I love y'all. Be easy. We out. Almost.